Hello everybody, namaste, annyeonghaseyo. So this is the third and the last part of our love story where I'll tell you how it all happened. In the first two parts of the love story, I have shared what was happening in our lives before we met each other. The second part has how and where we met each other, and this third part actually has the whole thing. So let's not waste any time. And if you have not seen those two parts, the link is in the description box below. It may be popping up here somewhere as well. So let's not waste any time and let's go. Okay, so this video is going to be a little bit longer, so bear with me. So as you guys already know that I had his contact number, but I never contacted him. And then when I did text him, he replied right away. So we were just talking normally, like people do. Okay, how are you? What's your name? Like, I got your number from the friend and everything, and blah blah blah. And I asked him the most genuine question, that how did you find me? Why were you interested in talking with me at all? I mean, we don't even know each other and we have never seen each other as well. So he told me that one day he was sitting in the cafe, the KCC cafe, and there was a girl just behind him on the other table, and she was talking about Korea. She was stating like the things that she liked there and the things that she did not like there. And I was kind of laughing inside my head. Jason said that. And I was quite curious to know more as to what she had, the insights into it. And I was like, okay, it could have been me because I came back from Korea and I used to meet a lot of friends here and there, and they would all ask me how was Korea and I would tell them. So I was like, okay, that can be me. And then we were just talking and he asked me about Korea more that I did not like. He knew the parts that everybody likes, and he asked me the things that you did not like. So I was telling him, and then that's how we started talking, and we were just talking and talking. And then you guys know that on 6th February, we started talking on 18th February and he proposed me on 6th February. And that's how we came into a relationship. But what actually happened before 6th February was I was I was out with my friends and they were all drinking and everything, and I did not want to drink because I am not an alcoholic and I don't indulge into that as well. So I was like, what do I even do? I just had whatever food there was, and then I called him. I was like, I'm just getting so bored over here and I don't know what even to do. They're all drinking and I don't drink. And he was like, okay, it's okay, you can talk with me. I just took a break from playing games. And I was like, sure, we'll talk. And then we were talking, and then he was like, you sing, right? And I was like, yeah, I do sing. He said that you want to sing something, I can hear the music and I think you can definitely sing. And I was like, sure. And then I started singing in the washroom, Selena Gomez, Katy Perry and whatnot. And he was like, oh, your voice is so nice. He was being so gentle and modest. And I was like, okay, thank you so much. And he was like, do you want to do a karaoke together? And I was like, oh, okay, sure, we can do that, it's so fun. And he was like, do you want to come to my place and do the karaoke? And I was like, going to a guy's place, that's first of all, it's so dangerous. I mean, the guy I've barely known, it's so dangerous. But Jason has had always been very the person you can rely on, very comfortable. He makes you feel really comfortable and very nice. So I was thinking continuously what to say, and I did not reply right away that okay, yeah, let's do the karaoke thing. And later on I was like, okay, maybe I can go for it, because he never made me feel threatened or insecure or anything. So I did went to his place. And before I go ahead in the story, let me tell you something that is going on the sidelines. So before I met Jason, we were just talking, and the first time we met was also in KCC. I used to do Samulnori a lot, as you guys know. So after my Samulnori practice in KCC, I used to always go and put my instruments in behind the auditorium, and I used to sit there and see whatever is going on the stage on the auditorium. So it was always very dark and only the stage had light. So I used to sit on the back seats and just see. So there was a guy who used to come and he used to play piano with his jacket till up to here. You cannot even see his face, and he used to play piano, making mistakes, just practicing. I used to just sit there and just hear him play. Whenever I was practicing, and whenever we used to practice Samanori, I used to sit there and listen to him, and then I would leave and then he'll leave. Never contacted him, never actually went to even say hi, just was sitting on the last seat on the sidelines and just enjoying the performances, because I'm really into music. So that used to happen a lot. Before he proposed me, one day I was sitting in the Samullari hall, and this was happening since December, me listening to the piano thing. I was just sitting and listening to the piano, and then suddenly I was like leaving, and the guy was also leaving, and then we bumped into each other. It was around February 1st or January ending that happened, and we kind of just bumped into each other, and I just like turned around and I said, "I'm sorry, Chesangamnida," and he also said, "Oh, oh." And then we looked at each other, and there it was. Jason was the person who was playing piano all along there, and he never knew. He just knew that maybe some people are here and there sitting. He never knew that, and I had no idea that Jason was the same person that I'm talking to right now, that I have been seeing playing piano for like so many days since December. And we both laughed so much on that fact. We laughed so much. We just went to the cafe after that and just, oh my god, it was so awkward, because I was like the secret admirer kind of the thing, never really approached, and suddenly he was the guy I was talking to, like in and out. And whenever we met outside, usually we always met outside, like never actually been to his house till 6th February. We used to go to cafes after our college hours, and we used to complete our assignments together, and we'll just get our favorite food. And he introduced me to green matcha milkshake, so that's what we'll always order, and he'll order his stuff, and we'll just talk, complete our assignments. And we were actually discussing very intellectual stuff all the time. I don't know why. Usually, I don't know if people do that or not, but we were doing those kind of things. And I used to dress up like really crazily, and he used to also just dress up like his pajamas and a sweatshirt, and I used to literally wear a red jacket with a green top and blue jeans and brown shoes. We were just like really comfortable friends, like, and I think that is one of the basis of our relationship. The comfort level was like there all along. So as you guys now know that we already knew each other before we actually got introduced. So I when we got to know each other, it was like very K-drama kind of vibe. It was really special. So 6th February was coming. I told him on 5th February morning that okay, I'll come and let's do this karaoke thing. And he was like, sure, we can do that. Oh, and one more, I'm really not coming to the 6th February, right? One more thing was happening. I was teaching him Hindi, and he was teaching me how to play piano. So that's how we would spend more time. Like he was orchestrating this in the starting of February. Like since he got to know, like I got to know he plays piano. The day we got to know, he started to teach me playing piano. And he would give me worksheets and whatnot, that you have to do this and that, and I would like obey him. I'll be like, okay, I'll do this, Son Singh, my teacher, I'll do this. And I was learning quite nicely piano. Later on, he told me in the relationship that the reason I was teaching you piano was to spend more time with you, because I was interested in you. And here I was foolishly thinking that he was really kind of my teacher, and I'm really his teacher in teaching Hindi, but it was all orchestrated by that clever guy. So 6th February came. I went by metro. He was living in Rohini that time because his college was nearby from his house there. And he came to the metro station to pick me up. I came like few hours early because my classes ended that day. And he was like, oh my god, the house is so messy. Don't come right now. You can come after 3 hours. And I'm like, I'm leaving. I'm going back to my house. And he's like, okay, no problem. Just come. But the house is really messy and you have to understand that. And I'm like, sure, it's just a house, it's messy, it's all fine. And I went to, like, he came to pick me up on the metro. We went by auto to his house, and then he was like, let's like go inside the house. And it was on the 3rd floor, and I was like, oh, I'm really exercising right now. So I went inside, and the moment I went inside, a dog jumped at me, and that was his dog called Jupiter. She was like really cute and really friendly, and she like loved me instantly. And I like played with her, and then she was like, have you had food and everything? And I said, yeah, I came, like I ate and everything, so let's go, let's get right to karaoke. So he had a setup, like he arranged fruit juices and chips and cakes and whatnot, like snacks for the karaoke thing. And we had 2 chairs, and since that time we have always had like 2 chairs. We never got a couch or something. we have like our own chairs. We're sitting there in front of the computer, and he was playing like the karaoke's, and he was singing, and then I was singing, and we were literally, our throats were like all dried up singing, like shouting like anything, and all the neighbors would have been really, really annoyed, but well, we were enjoying our time. And we like sang a lot of songs, a lot of his favorites and my favorite, and we had so much of a fun time. It was, the thing is, I really felt safe with him. I, from the starting, he was never a threat. Like, you know, the girls usually get a sixth sense that okay, this guy is not good for me, and that's how I have survived for the last 25 to 26 years, with the sixth sense. But he always made me feel safe, and even that time when I was there, I knew that I'm alone with a guy, and it might get like rough, and I was like, you try something on me and you're so dead. I had a pocket knife inside my bag because I was so scared. It was the first time I was like visiting a guy's house. I had a pocket knife in my bag. I know it sounds wrong, but do always carry your like pocket knives. So we were singing, and then when our throat was all tired, then we were having some snacks and took some break. And I was like, I'm really getting late. I have to get to my house because my house has curfew, and I do respect that thing. So he was like, that's all fine. We had a wonderful time. And when I was about to leave, like my face was all red. I was so hot right now, hot that time. Because we were singing and it was like too energetic, all the adrenaline pumping in, and I was so like tired as well. So I was about to leave, and Jason was like, just a moment. And I was like, what a moment, are you going to do something? I'm just gonna kill you right now, right here. And he was like, oh no, I just wanted to tell you something, just no, nothing much important. And I'm like, it's not important, it can wait, right? I'm really have to go. And he was like, oh, actually it is important. And I'm like, okay, then what is it? Then he was like, oh, you have to come inside. Like, he was trying to like hold me, but he was not holding me because he is into so much consent. So he was like, can you come inside? And I was like, okay, for a second though. And then I was sitting on the chair, and I had my chair and he had his chair. I don't know, till now we like never got a couch or something like for him. Like, so we had our chair, then I was sitting there, and he also sat down, and after some time he stood up, and then I stood up as well, and I was like, okay, what is happening? I'm leaving. Like, this is like stupid. And then he was like, oh, actually I have to tell you something. And I was like, then go ahead. And he was like silent for some time, and then he said, will you be my girlfriend? And I was like, what? In my head, I did not say that out loud because I was like, I think that's not polite. I was like, what? And then I was like still trying to process, and he said, he did not even say I like you or something. He just said, oh, will you be my girlfriend? And I'm like, what? So I was like silent for some time. My eyes went like literally like this. And then he started to say that, I like really like you, and I think we have a connection, and we like are kind of, I think we are compatible. He said compatible. And then I was like, what do I say? His face was all red because he was tired from singing. My face was all red because I was tired from singing as well. And he was looking really cute with like red cheeks. And I was like, what do I say right now? I mean, we are so good friends. We talk on such like a different level, and there's nothing in common, but we do get along like really nicely. And I was out of from a like really like bad relationship, and it was going so fast. We started talking on 18 January, and this is 6 February. How do I even say yes? And if I say no, I'm definitely sure he's that kind of person who will be like too embarrassed to even come like retaliate even back. And I was like, what's the harm? We can like try this out. And I was like silent. He could sense that I'm like I don't have anything to say. And then I said yes. And then he had the biggest smile on his face at that moment, and I looked at him, and he was looking so cute, and he was smiling like from ear to ear. He was so happy that I said yes. Okay, and after that moment I was like, I really need to sit down for this. And after saying yes, and he was like already so happy, and he was just in his head, and there was his bed. It was like, I just sat down there, and I was like, this is too much. And he was like, it's okay, you can like rest for some time, and I'll just sit on my chair, and I'll stay like away. And I was like, I just lied down on his bed because I was feeling like too much was happening. So I just lied down on his bed and he was just sitting on his chair. You should really know about Jason is like this thing about Jason. He's like really super respectful. Like Indian parents by this point, they'd be like, what the hell is happening over here? I mean, an Indian guy most probably would not have done this thing. I don't know if it's Korean or it's just Jason thing. I have no idea. He was just sitting there, like did not even like turn to me. He was like, she's resting, she should rest. I was resting, like my face was all red, my heart was beating so fast. I did not know what to do. And then after 5 minutes, I was like getting late as well. I knew that, and I was like, I don't want to even open my eyes. It was so embarrassing to even look at him. I just said yes, but I did not really had the lovable feelings towards him. I definitely liked him as a friend, but and I have said yeah, and I have to go and I have to like look at him and then I have to leave, and I don't know what should I do. What should I be doing? What are you supposed to do after saying yes to a guy for a relationship? And when you're all alone or just there. I was so embarrassed, and he just after 5 minutes he was like, okay. He turned towards me and he was like, are you okay? I think I'll just book a cab for you. You can leave and we can talk about this like later on as well. And he was the nicest person. I mean, he is the nicest person. And then I was like, oh yeah, I think we should do that. And I sat on the bed and he was like booking the cab and he was asking for the address and everything. And I was like, I'll do it by myself, and I did it. And then when the cab was about to come, it was like 5 to 7 minutes there. And he was like, when I was about to leave, he was like, bought his hands nearby my face, and he was like, may I? And I was like, what? What may I? And he was like, can I touch your cheeks? And I'm like, I was like, okay, sure. And then he touched my cheeks and he was like, God, you're so hot. And I said, I know I am. And I should have stopped right there, because when I heard the sentence going in my brain that I know I am, he said it because I was like all like so warm that even right now I'm telling the story, I'm so hot. And he was like, yes you are. And then he took his hands off and he was like, I love you, Arushi. And I'm like, okay, stop it right there, it's too much for me. He said that this is what I feel, and this has been something that I have never felt this fast knowing somebody, and yeah, my feelings are not going to change. And since I'm telling you this, I have thought a lot about saying this to you. It's not I'm saying it in the spur of the moment or something, and you'll see that. And what he said at that moment, that he loved me and he was very sure about me, that he would want to get to know me and want like really go forward in his life with me. He actually kept his promise, and he actually made me feel loved, made me feel very caring. And that day when I took the cab, there was an earthquake on the way home, and my cab also had an accident, so I had to switch and everything. And I was like, okay, this is not a great start to a relationship, but it went on like really smoothly. For 1 year we did not even fight like at all. He was the nicest person. He is, why do I keep saying was, because I'm telling the story in the past. He's the nicest person. He would be so kind, he will be like so caring, very much consensual. Like guys do usually get so impatient in a relationship, like they want to do things because now they have a girlfriend. But he was like always making me comfortable, and I was his like priority and everything. So initially I was not feeling the love, and whenever he used to say I love you, and one day I even told him that even I love you, I guess, but I'm not really sure about my like feelings. I do like you a lot, but I don't know if it's love or not. And my head was comparing him with all of my ex-boyfriends as well, the pros and the cons, if are there or not. And after some time I like slowly gradually fell in love with him like so deeply that the thing was, the relationship never gave me like butterflies in my stomach, never made me feel so excited and riled up, like made my heart flutter or anything. It was just too calm of a friendship. Like it was like a friendship, it was too calm, it was like so plain, and I was feeling that, is it even right? And now that I think this is what is right. Like in a relationship, you don't feel like anxiety, you feel calm and comfortable, and that's what he made me feel always. And then we fell in love with each other, and The things that he said in the start of the relationship, the things that he did in the start of the relationship, the efforts that were there, he made sure he was doing only the efforts that he can continue for the rest of his life, and he has continued for the rest, like till now. And there are so many like years coming in the future. So I wish my parents would like not see this, but at the same time see this and get to know the real story and get to know Jason, like how nice of a person he is. They still think that what if he's not coming back from Korea? And I'm like, stop panicking, you guys. And I just want to say that you have to like, I don't know what you're feeling about this love story, if you're feeling like it's like a K-drama, or if you're feeling what the hell was that. But this is our story. We got to know each other, we contacted each other, we started talking with each other, but we already kind of knew each other in the past. But I think the fate was just bringing us together in one or the other ways. So this is our story, and I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed a lot telling you guys again. It was like reliving the memories. It was really nice. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, then please hit that like button and leave comments down below. What did you like the best about our story, and what did you not like? Oh, there's Ollie making some noise. So I'll see you guys later, maybe next Sunday. So till then, bye bye, take care of yourself, and make sure you've subscribed to our channel for good content. Bye.